Hello. Fed up of queer and BLM nonsense? Then watch Jason King on Kung Fu Hot Dog. You'll get lots of boobies, bums for your money.
Letter for you, Mr. Milligan.
This is blackmail.
Can you survive the many dangers? Can you help others survive?
On today's episode of Kung Fu Hot Dog.
I'm kind of speechless.
So am I, love, but not for the reasons you think. So, ladies and gentlemen, are you feeling lovey-dovey today? And off with you that goes, because on today's show, this is a bit of a doozy. What the hell am I talking about today? Because let's face it, folks, when I do the absurd, and trust me, there's more absurd clips coming out from yours truly in the next few days. And by the way, my PlayStation 5 arrived over an hour ago. So I'm getting that behemoth set up so I can film my Stellar Blade demo tomorrow. I can hardly wait. But without further ado,
I'm coming for you, boy. I'm coming hard.
I'm like getting the feeling of coming in the gym. I'm getting the feeling of coming at home. I'm getting the feeling.
In the ass end of space, even aliens watch Jason King on.
Why, I was called the F word every day!
Jason Dumbass King on Kung Fu Hot Dog. Duke Nukem likes this guy. Help! Jason King on Kung Fu Hot Dog. He's the dark coffee for your cream, ladies.
Now, Dove, you remember them. They made that god-awful campaign last year, which, funny enough, Zach Asmongold made a reaction to over 6 hours ago on his channel. I thought, oh, this must be a year-old clip, but actually, as you can see, yep, not an April's Fool joke. I'm not even sure why that would be resurfacing on April Fool's Day. Doesn't make any sense, but I guess whoever did it, they got themselves some clicks. So yeah, over 6 hours ago, he reacted to this, and yeah, it's a very quick reminder how Dove, yeah, you know, if they're in their quest for beauty, right, you know, they want to take a real woman, a biological woman, but they still made her slimmer with her video game counterpart right here. And I would argue the version on the right is slightly more attractive than the real life counterpart on the left, which is a bit, that's saying something. And of course, she had nothing to say because I guess they're paying her money. And funny enough, I also discovered this today in my quest for knowledge. So over a year ago, Choose Beautiful came forth from Dove themselves. Actually, I tell you a lie, this is 8 years ago, but it's kind of a precursor to what we're about to see anyway. And I think this ad is absolutely hysterical for so many oddball reasons.
It was my choice. And now I will question myself for the next few weeks, maybe months.
San Francisco, what a big surprise. Now, isn't it funny that you have blokes from 8 years ago putting up these two signs? I find that really hysterical because Dove, their marketing campaign, what drugs were they taking that day? More men. London City with the titties.
We had an option.
Speaking of which,
to walk, and they led to two doorways.
of course the blonde will actually go straight for the beautiful. Have they actually seen these signs above their head? Was this a pre-April Fool's joke? Who knows?
It was a bit confronting, actually, to be honest, to see these big signs. And
you know what? This is kind of like that experiment where you put somebody in the middle of a pedestrian walkway and they will look up, and then other people will start gathering around and looking up at the same thing that you're looking at or pretending to be. And this is kind of like a similar experiment. You know, you've got these women who are suddenly feeling a bit insecure about how they look. And so they're just looking at both signs and thinking, oh, I wonder what this is all about. Is there a hidden prize waiting for me at the end of the door?
Choose and be self-conscious of how you perceive yourself, and perhaps if it lines up with how the rest of the world perceives you.
I went through the average door.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Which is weird because when you look at her going through the average door, it's like that Talking Head song. You're just an average man with an average wife. And look, she's got makeup on there, not much, but she looks very nice there. And then when she sat down, she's got no makeup on, she's kind of stripped off, and she still looks okay, actually. Again, not my cup of tea because she's too skinny, but she needs to put on a bit of weight. But she was like, oh my gosh, I had to go through the average door. Why? Why do you have to feel that way? It's so bizarre. Honestly, whoever runs the ad campaign at Dove needs to be fired. I'm sure 8 years ago they probably were. Again, skinny chick, but she looks all right. Is she going to take the average or the beautiful door? Let's see which one she goes through.
Eu me arrependi da escolha porque era diferente do que
Bonita. Oh, she's going through Comum. Okay.
Am I choosing because of what's constantly bombarded at me? What I'm being told that I should accept?
Yeah, you know what? You should probably get her as the face of the new Fable game or one of the side characters. I think she looks a lot better than what they came up with for the lead female protagonist.
That I should accept?
I walked into that door which said average and I didn't feel really good after that.
I would say you walk through the door, love, not into the door, because that's kind of reinforcing the fact you're average. You're not.
Because obviously I had rated myself average and nobody else.
What a strange, bizarre experiment this is. It's amazing how human beings are conditioned just to seeing something and they think they have to comply with it. I'm a guy who doesn't comply. I go against everything else that I'm supposed to follow. So with that in mind, this is Dove yet again. So boy, are you ready, folks? Are you ready for absolute cringe? Because this will make you laugh so hard. When I saw this today, before I went to the gym, I told my mother that I'm about to react to a video that just cannot exist on YouTube, but it does. And it's by Dove USA. It's entitled, you know what? I don't even think I want to even give you the title. So this is Zelda of all. Why is Zelda part of this? Yes. Code My Crown, textured hair, and protective style representation in gaming. I wonder if Black Girl Gamers or maybe Sweet Baby Inc. was somehow involved in the consultation of this 1 minute and 52 second trailer. In gaming, you can express yourself through your avatar. Yes, mine is usually of Jill Valentine with huge titties. What's your avatar? But for black gamers, it's often a compromise.
You try to look for black hair. You see like straight up,
said the black woman. Realism and authenticity.
Like racist depictions.
Wait a minute, so afro hair in video gaming is now a racist depiction, huh?
Yeah, Negro, that's all you had to say.
Among the most popular video games, only 7% of the hairstyles offered are textured or protected styles. So they're talking about character creation. So if you're femme shep or male shep in Mass Effect, apparently the afro hairstyles that are on offer there aren't enough because culturally speaking, they don't atone or adhere to what a real-life black person's hairstyle might be like. Shock horror.
When marginalized and historically oppressed people engage with the system, do they feel seen? Do they?
Marginalized, historically repressed. Is that sexually repressed, by the way? Dove, USA? This was actually shot 4 months ago. So that's November, if I'm not mistaken. Oh my God. This hasn't gone down well, has it? I mean, let's carry on. We got to get through this. We got to soldier through. 85% of black gamers think video games poorly represent natural hair.
It's quite exclusionary. It feels like almost I should have.
Shay Thompson is a gaming enthusiast. But Shay, can I ask you a question, love? What is your real job and purpose in life, apart from being a mouthpiece for Dove?
Be playing this, or I shouldn't be part of this world.
Naturally, you want to spend your time.
Oh my God, this timid pussycat right here. Atari Wooly. Atari! Come on, Atari. Your parents named you after a video game console from the late 70s, early 80s? And she's Atari Wooly. Okay. You know who she reminds me of? Officer Huxtable from the Police Academy films.
I'm sorry, I really am.
Sorry, what was that? Can you speak up, please, there, please? This is priceless.
Playing this, or I shouldn't be part of this world.
Naturally, you want to spend your time playing with a character that looks like you.
No, I don't. I want to play with a character who's got great jiggle physics like Fiona from Vindictus Defying Fate. I am so in love with that woman. Oh my God. No, I don't want to play as Miles Morales in Spider-Man 2 because as far as I'm concerned, he shouldn't be in the bloody game in the first place. Isn't it time to level up? Black hair in video games. Trust me, this is about to get so much worse.
We are taking black hair textures and styles and making sure that we can represent them properly.
AM Dark. Stop it. Stop. It could be... I can't actually say that, no. You know what I was about to say, because if you put the apostrophe above the E, it sounds like something even worse. Lead developer and creative director, open source Afro hair library. You actually have a library online that is specifically catered for the textual black hairstyles that are on offer. Holy shit. We really are subhuman, aren't we, as a species?
In games and other media.
The important part is to approach it.
They've got a black man in their realm. Isn't he meant to be toxic? I thought black girl gamers eradicate and exclude men like this guy right here, who seems like an okay dude. I like his afro.
Like real hair, so how does
what's your name? Isaac Olander. Well, at least he's got a decent name, not Atari Wooly.
Behave.
Duff presents Code My Crown of Thorns. The world's first free guide for developing black hair textures and protective styles in video games. As Tears for Fears once sung, Mad World, it's a mad world. Right. Can I just ask you one thing, ladies and gentlemen? Do you honestly want to sit down before you play a video game and spend maybe an hour or more contextualizing and getting the hairstyle right of the character you want to play? You know what I think this is? I actually think this is a way of saying we don't want white video game characters in our entertainment anymore because they're less troublesome to deal with. Despite the fact you can play as Donut Nathan Drake in Uncharted 2, one of the greatest gifts Amy Hennig ever gave to us. But apparently you're supposed to sit down for an hour or two, getting the braids, getting the hair color. I mean, yeah, I know where this is going. Look at the monstrosities next to this lady right here, who looks like Mesufi Mobutu from Nigeria. I just made that name up on the fly. I can't help it. You got all these various degrees of abominations right here, and this is the best one they picked. Is that meant to be a dude or a woman the fourth one down? That's just bizarre. Oh, we're going through them all now anyway. All right, fair enough. with 360-degree photo mapping. Oh, lovely. I just noticed one thing here, actually, because I know you guys are going to pick on it if I don't. By the way, I just noticed one thing here, actually, on the body types. Oh my God, is that meant to be from Shrek? Holy shells, that's like Princess Fiona, but her sister. That's Lizzo. And look, this chick has no tits. What a big surprise. 3D design. A step-by-step guide, ladies and gentlemen. Modifiers, hair material. Oh, look at that. Can we get a read of that? Curly bangs, twin cornrows, swoop bangs, stitch cornrows, lock and bob, head wrap with natural curls, twists, bantu knots. Ooh. Black hair is as dynamic, alive, and ever-changing as black culture itself. What you mean when you're not looting shops during the summer of love?
Oh my gosh.
Amira Virgil. Virgil is the American term for... Look, have you not seen The Great Escape with Steve McQueen? You know his first name is Virgil because Hilt is so cool. But when somebody asks him about his first name, just call me Hilt because, you know, Virgil. But for those of you who don't know, Virgil is the American slang term for like a virgin, touch for the very first time. She's a gaming enthusiast. Oh, are you really, Virgil?
I've never seen black hair
The
look like
Bantu-
this, like on an avatar.
Buju Banton. I know him, the reggae singer.
Thank you. This is incredible. Oh my god. Look at
Oh, stop it, you. That's what they mean by textured, folks. The textured hairstyles.
the detail in the braids. I mean, I'm kind of speechless.
So am I, love, but not for the reasons you think.
Of course you can. It's a f***ing video game.
There you go, folks. So if you're interested, maybe you can culturally inappropriate yourself if you're not of the black hue and go to dove.com, code my crown. Now, the whole point of this video and their video, Dove, is that apparently black female characters often have misinformed hairstyles for that black character. So Tekken 7, Master Raven, I mean, they don't talk about this, right? This is how the East sees Western women. Now, look, I'm not a overly big fan of the dreadlocks hair, but she's fairly attractive. She's got big old titties, and she's curvy, so we're going to have to give her some points there.
This is the guy.
Yeah. And she's got a smooth face and she's got a short forehead, so I like all these things. Would I play as her? Of course I would. She looks like a fun character. I do actually have this on my 360, so I'll have to give that game a whirl. It was a birthday present for me a few years ago. So you have that character. Obviously, I don't like what they've done to the last Mortal Kombat game where they totally made some character, I forgot her name now, but they gave her neck rings. It just looked awful beyond belief. But of course now, if you look at Sheva Alomar, they never talk about this positive black female character, do they?
With this character is my...
But of course, even though Sheva is voiced by an American actress who gave her a faux-crastic, aristocratic British accent, Sheva's got nice, well, she's a black woman with relaxed hair. So apparently that's a bit of a no-no as well in black female culture. You can't have black hair. So ladies and gentlemen, Vanessa Williams, remember her? Saving the, oh gosh, that's a terrible picture of her there. I know we have to get older in life, but okay, she's got some titties on display here. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, get rid of that. So Vanessa Williams, the first black Miss America until those pictures got published in Penthouse, she's got relaxed hair. And of course, not with all black sections of the community do they find this offensive. But of course, it's that notion of, well, some black women out there want to have the white woman's hair. So they want to relax their hair to look a bit like them or emulate that hairstyle. Nothing's wrong with that. If you find it more comfortable with that hairstyle, go for it. Nothing should hold you back. But of course now, when you get reinforced cringe messages like this from Dove USA, who say, oh, you know what? You actually have to have contextualized hairstyles to look more representative in video games. This complete diatribe now that is actually happening in the world, folks. Homeland Security. You're having a laugh, aren't you? You're absolutely having a gas. You're aghast with the gas regarding these studies into appropriation for the getting it culturally right, because apparently now artistic licensing is a crime against the mind of creating great stories from scratch. You can't do that anymore. What's next? Marvel comic books? Luke Cage? Are you going to go after him, Stan Lee's creation, and tell us that culturally speaking, his afro hairstyle is a bit misrepresented? Oh, and then Blade, you're going to go after him? Are you going to go after Wesley Snipes and maybe call out the inappropriation of the nice little side designs right there, all the markings? Oh my God, it's a video game, for crying out loud. Dove, have you got nothing better to do with your lives? But on that one, ladies and gentlemen, I've certainly got something to do with my life at the moment. Gonna go and eat some pizza, leftovers, Papa John's, the large, thin crust chicken club with extra boobies on top. And if I were you, and if you were me, you should come back for the next video. Fellow ladies, fellow gentlemen of culture, it's time to appreciate Jennifer Connelly in her infinite glory before she took a breast reduction. Sad but true, that all actually happened. Jeremy, Hugh, you can join me, dudes. Well, Hugh, I do have to actually question your taste in men, but whatever. Oh my God.